whoever is the ombudsman, whoever has been the ombudsman, has almost got to be one of the most influential people in the state
Yeah,
agency.
I agree.
Almost got to be. Again, whether you agree with the concept of ombudsman, whether you agree with the with what they ultimately decide about various cases, all those things are irrelevant when one asking the question, are they massively influential on the state agency? Now, I can remember when the idea of an ombudsman first came along, I thought, oh my God, here we go again. More bureaucracy, more ways to make estate agents look bad, more ways to cause us problems. But I have been such a convert to this particular redress scheme that I'm now actually a big fan of the property ombudsman. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether I'm a big fan or not. The property ombudsman's there, and we have to comply by it. There we go. But I am actually a big fan because sometimes when you get the complaint, this is what happens with us anyway. I frankly don't believe any agent that says, "Oh, we never get complaints." Well, I don't believe you, but if you don't, well, that's incredibly impressive. We get complaints at Thomas Morris, and some of them are justified, unfortunately, and some of them are not justified. First things that happens, I go to the negotiation and I'll say, "Oh, Mrs. Muggins has rung up and said you didn't do this." Oh, and oh no, I knew it'd be Mrs. Muggins. She's a nightmare. Okay. Anyway, just seems every time I come to you, just seems that every single person's a nightmare. But anyway, Mr. Negotiator, let's go through the facts, and then we'll go through the facts. And to be fair, sometimes Mrs. Muggins is a nightmare, and sometimes Mrs. Muggins hasn't got the facts right. But we go through our complaints procedure, which you're required to do under the Ombudsman scheme. You can't refer it to the Ombudsman, as I understand it, until you've gone through your official complaints procedure. And just having that complaints procedure is a fantastic discipline if it's done properly.
Sure.
And I would say 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go any further. But whereas to start with, I was actually a bit scared, to be honest, about being taken to the Ombudsman. Oh my goodness, that can't be good. I know we're required in any event, as part of the complaints procedure, to explain that people can go to the Ombudsman at the end of it. That's what we're required to do. I try to positively encourage people, but we'll try and resolve this. But at the end of the day, we're required to send to the Ombudsman. And I really would suggest that if you're not happy, you do take this to the Ombudsman.
Yeah.
And if they're not the custodian of good practice in our industry, I really don't know what is. I mean, their code of conduct is incredibly comprehensive. And I would love to say that we never ever fall foul of it, but we do through error, not through intent,
Sure.
which is but to have that as a starting point, as a trainee, if you were joining an estate agency and you wanted to get an idea of what being a good estate agent from a compliance perspective is, you could do much worse than going through the entire code of the property ombudsman.
Yeah.
And so I believe that whoever is the property ombudsman has got to be one of the most, I mean, arguably the most, but certainly one of the most influential people in the industry.
I think it also holds a standard, doesn't it, to our market?
Yeah, yeah.